Hiya.
How you doing?
What's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
I don't really feel like I want to give that, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, why are you here?
Who are you, sorry?
I'm PC Baines.
Baines 504, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. And yourself, man?
Sergeant PC Elkins.
Sergeant 369
Elkins.
Elkins. I think you're both based at
Lincoln.
Lincoln Main Police Station.
Yeah.
Cool.
So why are you here?
Just explain that to you.
Well, you explain now because I'm talking to you, aren't I? So you tell me why you're here.
As I said, you've just explained. I'm saying I agree with what you said. I've come here and wanted to look at the information.
Okay. And have you done that?
Pardon?
Have you done that?
No, not fully.
Okay. So what more information do you want to look at?
The board down there that I got obstructed from seeing, there's people sat there, so I won't mind not getting that too much. There's not much there anyway. But specifically that board down there that I've been obstructed from going and watching.
Area 3 one?
Yeah, number 3, yeah, area 3.
What do you want to see in there? Is it just
The information that's on the board.
what's on it? Okay, what purpose is that for?
Pardon?
What purpose is that for?
So, to have a look at it, but it's public information, so you know I can't remember everything that I see on every single board in here, can I?
Okay. Do you have a job?
Pardon?
Do you have a job?
Is that relevant?
Well, yeah, because you're in a job centre, aren't you? Are
Right.
you seeking employment?
Is that any of your business right now?
Well, yeah, because you're in a job centre, aren't
Right,
you?
that's not your business, that's my business.
But I'm just trying to understand the purpose of why you need to read that information, why you need to retain that information.
Because I have the right to do so,
You do, but I'm
Constable.
just trying to understand.
Yeah, so that's all you need to know though, isn't it? Because I have the right to do so. I'm in a public place, it's public information. I have the right to freedom of expression, which includes gathering and disseminating information and opinions to others.
Right.
So, therefore, that's all
what
you
is
need
your
to know.
intention to do
Because
with
you
this
swore,
video
because you
then?
swore an oath to uphold the rights and freedoms of the people. You swore an oath to the crown of this country.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know is that I'm acting within a right, a freedom.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything unlawful. So that's all you need to know. And that's all you need to tell them. That's your job
I
done. Man.
assume you've already told them that.
Yes, I
anyway.
have, and that's your job.
What you're about to see is a perfect example of how quickly everyday situations can spiral when authority figures forget where their power actually begins, and where it ends. We're inside a public job center in Lincoln, where a simple act of recording public information turns into a full-blown confrontation involving security guards and police officers. What starts as see how quickly the tone changes when someone refuses to be bullied into submission. Throughout this encounter, pay close attention to how often authority is confused with law. Notice how repetition is used instead of reasoning. Watch how emotional arguments replace legal ones when the facts don't support enforcement. And listen carefully when rights are explained, because those moments expose just how unprepared some officials are when citizens actually know the LAW. By the end of this video, you'll understand why knowledge is the most powerful tool in any interaction like this, and why calm resistance often speaks louder than anger.
To the public who are coming in here who don't want their face shown anywhere. We might have people who are going through horrendous things at the minute or involved in domestic violence, and they don't want other people to see that they're in this job centre on this particular day in Lincoln, because then other people will know where they are. Then that's safeguarding them, isn't it?
Then they would need to contact the Information Commissioner's office because it's their jurisdiction, not the police.
Yes, but if you're
No,
not
no,
telling
no,
me
it's simple as that. Ends there.
if you're not telling me where you're going to upload this,
Who said I'm uploading it? I said it's none of your business what I'm doing with it.
you're not telling me then,
Because
aren't
I
you?
don't need to answer your questions. I don't need to
I'm
account
just telling you
for a
about the
lawful action.
safeguarding of the other
Right,
people
and I don't need to
involved
account for an action unless you have evidence or reasonable suspicion. It has to be based on objective fact,
Yeah.
right? Then it's none of your business, and I'm not answering your questions.
It's very one-sided, isn't it, this? And this is like...
I didn't call you. I didn't ask for
You
your help.
did.
So I didn't want to
You
talk
did,
to you in the
but it's
first place.
It's very one-sided in the fact that you know our name. You're refusing to give
Because
your
you're
name.
public, you're crown servants,
Yeah.
right? And you wear epaulets
I do, so
for
you can
reasons
see
of
me.
accountability.
Yeah.
I'm a private citizen. I do not have to account.
Right away, we see the classic tactic of false authority. The security guard repeatedly asks the auditor to move, not because of a legal restriction, but simply because he doesn't like the. Especially telling here is how quickly the guard frames the situation as aggression when the auditor calmly refuses. That's a common manipulation tactic, painting calm resistance as hostility to justify escalation. But notice, the auditor never raises his voice. He never threatens. He simply stands his ground. This moment sets the tone for everything that follows, authority being asserted without legal backing.
Go past that point.
No.
Okay. The reason they've given us to us for not having you past that point
Right.
is because there's people currently having interviews regarding their employment and
Right.
there's sensitive data that's being discussed.
Okay.
They don't want you overhearing that or recording those conversations.
See, that's wrong because that's not what they told me.
that's
What?
what's
Okay.
been told to me.
Okay, Simon, let me tell you what they told me. Sorry, my power bank fell. What they told me is they didn't want me there. Yes, because people were having an appointment. But I said, if I turn my camera off, can I then go and look at the board? And he said yes. So he said he admitted freely that the only reason I'm not allowed is because I'm recording, which, as I said, is an expression of Article 10 of my human rights. So by denying me access purely based on the fact alone that I am recording is breach of Article 14 of the Human Rights Act, which is my right to enjoy my freedoms without discrimination. So therefore, I said to him, I was like, I'm not going to be bullied by a government employee out of my rights. It's not going to happen, not by you, not by...
I can't record.
Like, how am I giving my phone to a police officer?
But it's a very sensible.
It's not.
What I can do is I can take a picture of it. You can read it off my phone.
No, because then I have to forfeit my
But you're not
property
going,
to exercise my
I do it
freedom.
on my telephone.
Right.
My work telephone. I'm going to take a picture of that board. You can see what's on that board without then overhearing other people's confidential
No,
conversations.
because the point is that if I'm stood there and I'm not recording, right? First, because they said I can go down there if I'm not recording, I can have a look. If I overhear those appointments, the data breach has already happened. The recording is evidence of that data breach, and that's what they're scared of, is me collating evidence of them breaching GDPR. That's what they're worried about.
You don't want you down there where you can overhear the conversation. So what I'm trying to do is find a way around it so you can have access to the information you'd like to.
But there are seats down there for people to wait for an appointment. So they don't want me down there because I might overhear somebody having an appointment, but somebody can wait for an appointment and overhear somebody else. That's
But
fine.
then they're not going to upload it into whichever
Again.
media.
And just like clockwork, the police arrive, and their first instinct isn't to determine if a crime has occurred. It's to ask for a name. This is a familiar move in UK encounters, gathering personal details to establish control, even when no legal requirement exists. In most everyday situations in the UK, you are not required to identify yourself unless you're under arrest or suspected of a specific offence. But many officers rely on the public not knowing that. Watch how the calm refusal immediately disrupts the flow of the conversation. The sergeant clearly expects compliance, not an informed citizen. And when the auditor explains he's there to view public information, the questioning shifts from legality.
That's a fair comment.
No, it's not.
Well, I believe it is.
No.
Of course it is.
No, you're making an inference on my silence. Only a court and a jury are allowed to do that. Your role is to work on the facts that you know based on objective facts, not on I think he might be doing this.
Evidence that's
Is it?
there for me.
Is it? What evidence is that?
Well, this is for me to make my decision in relation to what's going to happen. I've asked you what you're going to do with it. You've refused point blank to tell me.
Because I don't have to answer your
Because you
questions.
don't have to answer because you're being quite
Correct.
like.
Because I'm exercising my rights.
Well, I find it obstructive.
I'm upset because I'm exercising my rights. It's my right not to talk to
It is,
you.
but then you're not really helping yourself, are you? Because you're refusing to engage.
So
and tell
you're
me.
implying that a member of the public who doesn't want to talk to the police and account for their actions is inherently damning themselves?
I think you're good in for an argument, and you've got that there, haven't you? It's been explained to you.
Yeah, but I don't agree with the explanation.
You might not agree.
And you
I
might
don't
not agree with me. Exactly, there you go.
Exactly.
But we're allowed to disagree as human
Yeah,
beings.
absolutely.
But it doesn't mean I'm doing anything criminal and that
I've
you
not
can get
said
involved
you
with
are
it.
doing anything criminal.
So then why are you still here engaging with me?
Because they've called us,
Right.
okay, and we need to. We're talking with you because, like you rightly said, we're police officers who deal with evidence what's available to us, and then we investigate it to see whether there's a crime, there's not a crime, etc. So that's why we're engaging with you to see if there is anything untoward that you're doing.
And is there?
There is nothing criminal, but
There you go. Problem solved. Your jurisdiction ends there.
We've got to safeguard others. that
Your
haven't
jurisdiction ends there.
It does as a police officer, but obviously we've got people in here who don't want to be filmed.
They can do what that lady's got done, and she just walked in. She's got a face mask on. They can wear. I got a
How
snood.
do they know you're
I could put my snood up,
but
and
they
I can.
don't know that you're filming. So
No,
that they're
no, but,
quite.
but everybody could be filming in anywhere in a public place. So if you're worried about being on somebody else's film, best thing to do is walk around with a face mask, with a snood, with a balaclava, whatever you want to provide your own privacy in public.
Questioning turns personal, asking about employment, purpose, and intent. These questions have nothing to do with legality. They're designed to find leverage. It's a fishing expedition, hoping something can be used to justify intervention, but the auditor handles it perfectly. He reminds them that rights don't come with conditions. You don't need to be employed. You don't need a purpose they approve of. And you certainly don't need to explain lawful behavior to satisfy curiosity. This exchange highlights a critical misunderstanding.